the anatomy of true compassion, beyond the coin. The plea was not just for honor, it was a silent scream for dignity. The scene is a universal one. A person in visible distress, their eyes holding a story of loss, failure, or sheer bad luck. Our instinctive reaction, often forged by a mix of pity, social pressure, and a desire for quick moral closure, is to reach into our pockets. A coin is transferred, eyes are averted, and we walk away, our conscience pacified by the minor transaction. But have we truly engaged with the humanity before us, or have we merely paid a small fee to dismiss it? The original text, a poignant blend of philosophy and social critique, challenges us to dissect this very impulse. It draws a stark, vital line between the mechanical act of giving and the transformative power of true empathy. Empathy, it argues, is not a passive sentiment to be felt in the comfort of our hearts. It is an active, restless force. The text posits that if witnessing suffering does not stir a tangible urge within us to alter that condition to become an agent of change, then we have not truly empathized. We have merely observed. If this empathy is not there, it declares, then there is nothing. This is the foundational stone upon which the entire edifice of meaningful human connection is built. This leads to the text's sharp critique of performative charity. It paints a vivid picture of how giving, devoid of understanding, can degrade into a hollow ritual. We distribute 5-rupee notes at mosque gates or street corners, patting ourselves on the back for our piety. But in doing so, as the text warns, we may unwittingly be supporting an institution of beggary. We sustain a state of dependency, not a journey out of it. The recipient remains on the ground, and we feel benevolent for occasionally dropping crumbs. This cycle strips away dignity twice over, first by circumstance, and then by the dynamic of perpetual, undignified receipt. The text then elevates the discussion to a higher principle, the restoration of self-reliance. It invokes a powerful historical anecdote. When early Muslims were persecuted and enslaved, the noblest companions didn't just offer sympathy. They actively purchased these slaves, not to own them, but to liberate them. They invested substantial wealth not for profit, but for the restoration of human autonomy. The modern application, as derived from the text, is profound. It asks, what is the greater act for someone drowning in debt? A monthly stipend that maintains their drowning state, or a significant, one-time intervention that clears the debt and empowers them to stand on their own feet again? The latter is harder, costlier, and requires far more engagement, but it is the only one that truly heals. This kind of intervention requires a quality the text laments as fading himmat, or moral courage. It makes a piercing observation about modern existence. A person may appear strong and healthy, yet internally, their courage has evaporated. They cannot stand up for themselves, let alone for others. This societal cowardice, a failure of collective nerve, allows suffering to persist in plain sight. We have become, the text implies, a people who are quick to judge and slow to act, rich in resources but poor in the courage to deploy them meaningfully. Ultimately, the text roots this entire philosophy in a vision of shared human destiny. We are all people of one era, it states. The pain of the world should resonate within our own hearts. This interconnectedness is not a poetic metaphor but a social and spiritual mandate. When we see pain and do not act, we sever the wires of the heart and mind. We disconnect ourselves from the very network that makes us human. The closing reflections tie this earthly compassion to a spiritual imperative. It suggests that the ultimate guidance directs us toward this selfless spending not from our surplus, but from what we cherish. Until we give of what we truly love, we cannot attain real righteousness. The message is clear. True charity is not a deduction from your wealth. It is an investment in another's humanity. It is the difficult, courageous work of replacing a crumbling floor with a firm foundation, so the other can build their own house. In a world drowning in both immense wealth and immense need, this 800-year-old wisdom asks us an urgent contemporary question. Will we be mere distributors of coins, or will we be the architects of dignity? The answer defines not just the help we give, but the people we become. If this reflection resonated with you, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. Your engagement encourages the creation of more content that seeks depth and meaning. Thank you for your time and thoughtfulness.